I'm going to go through the entire Warzone 2 game in today's video, from the release date to a look at the new map, all of the points of interest here, a bunch of new features and systems, the Stronghold system, new interrogation systems, pro perks, the bag system as well, blackout features returning, a bunch of other stuff there, MW2 Map Remakes, a ton of stuff to go through here for Warzone 2 in today's video. Be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. Of course, recently the Warzone 2 launch date was revealed to be Wednesday, November 16th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time, a bit earlier than I expected. Most people were thinking around December, which was the launch of Caldera and Season 1 of Vanguard. Other rumors and insiders pointed towards a Warzone 2 launch of March 2023, which made sense as the first Warzone came out in March of 2020. That would be a good 2-year anniversary. You have a couple of months just to focus on MW2, and then Warzone 2 came out then. But it seems like here, this game is releasing only a few short weeks after MW2 comes out late October. Crazy stuff there, but that's the date so far. There's a pretty solid chance here that date will not change. It'll stay that way, but who knows? Things may, switch around there, so I'll be sure to update you guys on that. But now for the map itself here, here's a concept image of what this map looks like. Very exciting stuff there. I'll leave some credit and links down below, of course, for all the stuff we talked about in today's video. And as we look at this map here, I'll talk about the POIs that were leaked and revealed as well. So I'll show you guys, I'll zoom in exactly where they are. First up here from top left, we have Oasis, War-Torn, Quarry, Oil Field, Modern City, Caves, Dam, Marshes, Harbor, Sierra, Observatory, Mountain Town, Graveyard, Old Town, Shipwreck, Fish Town, Fort, and finally Airport. So overall, very cool stuff here. The POIs sound pretty interesting. Of course, a lot of these POIs are MW2 Map Remakes. Just to go through, Quarry, of course, is Quarry from MW2, Modern City, High Rise from MW2, and they already officially teased that in the first, launch trailer, reveal trailer, I should say, for MW2, so that's very exciting. We have Caves, most likely Afghan. We have Mountain Town, most likely Favela, very exciting. And then finally Airport, at least a section of Airport, most likely from Terminal. So again, things may change around, but we're fairly confident this is what's going to make sense here for this Warzone 2 map, and there may still be other MW2 locations throughout this Warzone 2 map. They may not be entire POIs, but we may have small sections of those original MP maps mixed in to certain portions and areas of this new Warzone map, which is very cool. A nice little bit of nostalgia there. Obviously, we don't want the entire map to be a full MW2 remake, but just seeing many little callbacks to that OG game is cool to see nonetheless. And overall, people are saying this map is giving them Blackout vibes with the rivers in between, and I feel like this concept image just gives you Blackout vibes, so I feel like the concept image helps a bit more, and maybe the actual official image of the map will look a bit more like a Warzone style map. But the Blackout vibes kind of make sense because, as we'll go through in today's video, we have a bunch of features that are going to be, returning in this game from Blackout, at least, a mixture of them from Blackout and to Warzone as well. So they are seemingly bringing back some Blackout vibes here, which may be, a welcome surprise. People might not like that. On the other hand, we'll go through all of that in today's video, though. And one final thing on the map here, the Ghost of Hope previously tweeted this out. The Warzone 2 map will take heavy inspiration from Medellin, Colombia. I'm not so sure if I'm pronouncing that city correctly. Definitely be sure to let me know, roast me down below if I pronounce that incorrectly. But here's some images of the city in Colombia. Again, this isn't going to be exactly what the Warzone 2 map will look like, but at least parts of it, will take inspiration from this city. It seems like we could get some pretty cool vibes here, so can't wait to see some official gameplay of that, most likely at the COD Next event coming very soon on September 15th. But now for some features here in Warzone 2. Very interesting stuff here from Armor Vest, the bag system, pro perks, and a bunch more here. So first up again, we have what I kind of mentioned previously, but didn't really talk about too much, the interrogation feature. And again, we're going to go through these features here. These are not fully confirmed, but a lot of these are very likely to be in the final version of this Warzone game, and there may be some slight tweaks and changes to these features, but overall the base idea of what we're talking about will most likely be in there. But again, I'll be sure to update you guys once we get that official information. But first up here, an interrogation feature. Although this feature has not yet been mentioned online, Warzone 2 will have an interrogation feature that all players will have access to. The interrogation feature is very similar to the interrogate feature in Rainbow Six Siege, where players can interrogate downed enemies to reveal their teammates' location. And here's a quick image of what it looks like in Rainbow Six Siege. Very interesting stuff there. If you've played this game, let me know down below how it works. Is it useful? I've never played it, so I really don't know for sure. But again, let me know down below if you've had, good or bad experiences with this. Some more on this here. Approaching downed enemies will show the interrogate prompt, of which your player carries out an execution style animation to kill the player. Once the player is killed, their teammates' locations are shown on the minimap. The interrogation feature seems to be in its early stages, with the current animation just being some form of stim shot animation where you inject the player, or maybe it's a truth serum. The whole animation and process currently takes around 6 seconds, so interesting stuff there. Again, it's unclear whether or not this feature will make it into the final build of the game, but it has been suggested to me by several people that this is more of an add-on to the execution animations that we've seen in past Call of Duty titles. It sounds cool. Again, let me know down below. Next one here, which is fairly important, the armor vest system. As briefly mentioned in Nearosimina's latest video, armor vests are making a return. This time though, armor vests appear to be a hybrid of the armor system between Blackout and Warzone. This time, players will need to find a tiered armor vest in order to equip armor plates. Armor vests range from tier 1 to tier 3, with each tier allowing you to equip one more armor plate. Your armor vest does not break, but your armor plates do, meaning you'll need to replenish your plates after you get hit, just like within Warzone. This seems cool, seems like a good compromise between what we've seen in Blackout and honestly past BRs as well, and Warzone. Let me know down below. I know a lot of people love the simplicity of Warzone, and that's what makes Warzone great in a lot of people's eyes. But again, I like this mix-up as well. A bit of different vibes here. Again, let me know down below. I think this could be pretty cool. Another thing here, the bag system. Very interesting. Sources have said that the bag system is in early development, and things are still very fluid on how the system might be for the final game, but essentially it's very similar to Escape from Tarkov, where players can add ammo, kill streaks, and weapons to their bag. Different bag tiers allow you to have more storage space. An example of how the bag system works here, not accurate numbers. So first up, you have ammo, which could take up 1 slot, kill streaks, which would take up 4 slots 2x2, assault rifle that would take up 6 slots 2x3, sniper takes up 8 slots 2x4, tier 1 bag 10 slots 2x5, tier 2 bag 15 slots 3x5, and then finally a tier 3 bag 20 slots 4x5. This means that players can place several different items in their bags depending on the size of the bag. It has been suggested that at this moment in time, you cannot flip weapons to add your bag, as they can only be placed horizontally, at least for Warzone 2. If you're not familiar with games like Escape from Tarkov, then the new bag system is basically a more complicated version of the bag system from Blackout. It's unclear if this system will be the exact system across both modes. The foundations have been laid into what to expect. So overall, again, this sounds interesting. Now, for the sake of Warzone, staying similar to what Warzone is all about, I don't want it to get too complicated. I definitely don't want a bag system more complicated than what Blackout was, and Blackout didn't have the most complicated version. Obviously, we could agree Warzone is very, very simple. Now, again, having a mixture of Warzone and Blackout is fine. But in my opinion, going all the way to an Escape from Tarkov type of style might be a bit too much. The rumors are that the third DMZ mode, a part of MW2, is going to be that Escape from Tarkov style mode. So maybe having the bag system like that game in DMZ would make more sense than having that bag system, like Escape from Tarkov in Warzone 2. Let me know down below your opinions on that. Again, nothing confirmed here, but let me know down below. Next thing here, we have Pro Perks. Very interesting stuff here. Pro Perks is something that some older Call of Duty fans will be familiar with and are essentially a better version of normal perks, of course, and they are coming to Warzone 2. Pro Perks are obtainable by looting strongholds, and although some Pro Perks were on predetermined classes during the recent Warzone 2 playtest, it's not entirely clear whether or not Pro Perks will be able to be used on your loadouts, as you might need to loot and use them in order to get an extra edge. So again, that could be cool as well. I think most people would welcome the addition of Pro Perks into Warzone 2, as long as they're not too OP and not too crazy. I feel like they could be pretty cool to use. Again, let me know. Next thing here, which is super interesting, which we talked about a while ago, strongholds. Now, I've already covered strongholds in a recent report, but essentially strongholds are locations scattered around the map that are guarded by AI and have objectives within them. Completing the objective and mission will grant you your loadout in addition to other goodies like pro perks and kill streaks. So this is something we talked about extensively a while ago, and I'll admit I wasn't the biggest fan of this idea when I first heard about it, and it depends on how they do it, because previously, I'm pretty sure, leakers and insiders were mentioning that this was your only way to get your loadout. Like, you had to find a stronghold on the Warzone 2 map, you had to complete this objective and mission, and then you would get your loadout. I think most people would be super annoyed if that was the only way to get your loadout. Now, again, don't start tweeting at Raven, I don't want this feature, and harassing them, because this is not confirmed. So we don't know for sure what's going to happen, how exactly it's going to work. If this is how it works, I feel like people won't like it, but we have to wait for the Call of Duty Next event. We have to wait for them to officially say how it's going to work, how this feature is, and even if strongholds will even be in the game. So we have to wait for that, and then we'll have our final judgment and assessment on it. But again, let's say theoretically this is how it's going to work. I feel like this might not be the best move here. Now, strongholds being a part of the Warzone experience isn't a bad thing. It sounds interesting, but requiring players to actually go to them and, complete these mini missions and stuff and fight AI in a Warzone map, I don't know about that. So let me know down below. Again, very early here, but that sounds a bit weird to me. But for some more stuff here, we have attachments. Weapons in the game are only going to have 5 attachments instead of 8. It's one of the changes to the weapon system, but the loot will remain the same. Loadouts will be predetermined like the previous Warzone and won't be like Blackout. You can't find your individual attachments and equip them in the actual map itself, so that's that there. Another big one here that seems to be transferring over to Modern Warfare 2 as well, no slide canceling. Slide canceling is apparently not present in this build of Warzone 2. You can slide in the game, but not cancel it, at least yet. It's just a small slide, but not every ounce of info about the game is very important, so even the absence of slide canceling is something worthy to know. So I think it's very worthy to know, even though there's not a lot of stuff about Warzone 2, because a lot of people have strong opinions on slide canceling. Some people think it should absolutely stay in Warzone and MW2. Some people hate it completely. Now, obviously, slide canceling was never originally supposed to be a part of the experience. It was something that I'm pretty sure pro player Celium just figured out. Then everyone started using it, and it's kind of a glitch in the system. They never fully fixed, because I guess they realized how many people enjoy it and like it, and it's just a part of the culture of playing, Modern Warfare and Warzone. Now, for them to remove it, will there be another way found to, semi-slide cancel or fully slide cancel? Potentially. If not, though, let me know down below. Is that going to be a deal breaker to you guys? Do you guys like slide canceling? Are you going to hate, playing an older style of Call of Duty like that, where you're not, slide canceling around everywhere? I don't know. Let me know down below. I have mixed opinions on it. I feel like if there is no slide canceling, I'll get used to it. I played so many years of Call of Duty without it, so I'll probably get back to the old ways of playing COD. If it is there again, or a new way to do it, I'll get used to it as well. It's just, about adapting to the way Call of Duty is, and I don't know. So let me know down below your opinions on that. Another thing here, we have firing range. Warzone 2 will mark the return of firing ranges in the franchise. Super cool there. You could go here and test your weapons like in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Rumors say that the feature is very good this time. Numbers will actually appear indicating the power each gun has, so such addition is very welcome to the sequel. I mean, who doesn't like going, shooting dummies, and testing out their guns? So overall, very sick stuff here. Being able to check out the recoil and how your weapons shoot and how they actually function and do some good analysis before you actually get into a match is very useful, very exciting for Warzone 2. And finally here, let's talk about satchels in Warzone 2. We have already talked about the new armor vest system. Now, to equip these armor vests, you will need to locate something called satchels. If you want any kind of armor, you'll need to find these satchels first. So this is another change coming to the armor system in Warzone 2. Now, of course, with the upcoming Call of Duty Next event, we will get a bunch of more features probably revealed to us and explained officially, so that's going to be super exciting. But, obviously, features aside, we have something else very important here. Modern Warzone tweeted out, reminder that none of the cosmetic items you purchased during Warzone Legacy will transfer to Warzone 2. That includes operators, finishers, sprays, emotes, stickers, weapon charms, weapon camos, operator skins, weapon skins, vehicle horns, blueprints, and more. Crazy stuff here. This is pretty much confirmed, and it sucks, but they did say there was an actual technical reason for this. It's not like they want everyone to, just rebuy everything, which they probably kind of do, but still there is a technical reason as to why they can't just have everyone bring all the stuff over. It's just not going to work on the new engine, whatever it was. I guess that makes sense there. Now, another thing, apparently COD points should transfer over, which is good to see, because Call of Duty had a tweet recently about the COD Alienaire thing, or whatever giveaway thing they were doing, and they talk about COD points being valid for MW2. So these are COD points that you would get right now, and they would transfer over to MW2. So I feel like overall, all COD points will transfer over to MW2 and Warzone 2. But remember, it's only if you stay on the same platform, because I've seen a bunch of people say they switched from Xbox to PC and they lost their COD points. So that's interesting. Let me know down below if that has happened to you. I've pretty much had the same COD points on my account for a while now, and I went from PS4 to PC and I kept them. So I feel like it might just be a glitch for some people, and other people it works. So let me know down below. I'll be sure to update you guys on how COD points work. But overall, COD points should transfer over to Warzone 2 and MW2, which is still good to see. But that's it for this video. I did a lot of work here on this video. If you guys, did enjoy, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing a bunch more for Warzone 2 and MW2 coming very soon. Going through all the features, reveals, the game itself, breaking down the weapons. We're going to do everything on the channel, so I appreciate you guys joining. There are 2 other videos up on screen that may interest you, so be sure to check one of them out. Really do appreciate it, guys. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.